The words Bose and budget don't usually go together. If you want the Bose experience, it almost always comes with a hefty price tag. That is, until now. These are the Baseus Inspire XH1 headphones. For 150 bucks, you're getting a pair of headphones tuned by Bose. Now, don't get me wrong, 150 bucks isn't exactly budget pricing, but when you compare it to something like the $430 Bose QC Ultra, all of a sudden, that $150 price tag doesn't look so bad, especially when you realize how close the sound signature is to the $430 QC Ultra. The XH1 are designed for just about anything: travel, work, study, or just hanging out indoors. Inside the box, you get the headphones along with the soft shell travel case. There's also a USB-C charging cable and an audio cable, which is nice because you can still listen with the headphones powered off, just in case the battery dies, or if you just want to give Bluetooth a rest. Now, the sound isn't quite as powerful when the headphones are powered off, but that's typical with most headphones. Now, we'll get into sound, which is obviously one of the highlights, but another major selling point is battery life. Up to 100 hours with ANC turned off, 60 with ANC turned on, and a quick 10-minute charge gets you an extra 12 hours. A definite plus if you're someone that's constantly on the go. The headphones come in at 270 grams or just under 10 ounces. They're lightweight, they feel great in the hand, and the ear cups are wrapped in this incredibly soft protein leather. You've got decent padding on the headband, and the ear cups are nice and spacious. In terms of comfort, these check all the boxes. They're lightweight and the materials feel great. Design-wise, they've got a clean premium look. You've got Baseus branding on the ear cups and a very subtle reminder on the headband that yes, the sound has been tuned by Bose. The ear cups swivel as well as collapse, which is always a plus, and they come in multiple colors. Looking back, I kind of wish I went with the blue or the orange. Now, the most important part, the sound. The XH1 have that smooth, balanced Bose style tuning, clean mids and highs, and a definite presence in the bass. You get really good balance all the way through max volume. The sound never gets to a point that's fatiguing or jarring. I have noticed that there is a slight EQ shift when noise cancellation is active. The bass gets deeper and the sound as a whole is much fuller. When you combine that with the bass boost setting in the app, you get some really impressive low frequencies. As you'd expect, you've got a few EQ presets to choose from, including the default Bose preset. You've got Dolby Spatial audio with a music and a cinema mode. Personally, I prefer the music mode. It gives you that stereo-like feel without sounding overly artificial. You also get LDAC support for high resolution audio. Now, I couldn't help myself but to compare these to the much more expensive QC Ultra. In terms of sound, there are some subtle differences. Keyword subtle. Keep in mind we're talking about a price difference of nearly 300 bucks. For me, the QC Ultra have the better soundstage, and there's a bit more warmth to the sound, specifically in the mid-range. Now, as far as bass, I actually feel like there's times the XH1 are stronger, especially with noise cancellation and bass boost active. The profile you get with the XH1 is very similar to the QC Ultra. It's really those subtleties that separate the two. It took me going back and forth a few times to really pick up on the differences. And considering the price difference between the two, the sound you get from the XH1 is very impressive. And when you do the more logical thing, which is compare these to other headphones in this price range, I think these are one of the best sounding headphones you can get. A few of the extra features include Find My functionality, which tracks the headphone's last known location. There's a sleep mode with ambient sounds and a timer to help you wind down. And if you want to protect your hearing, the volume limiter lets you set a maximum level between 75 and 100 decibels. There's also a low latency mode, which doesn't require the headphones to restart when turned on. And there's Multipoint for connecting to two devices at once. Now, as far as noise cancellation, keep in mind that the Bose collaboration is limited to the sound. There's no Bose technology involved in the noise cancellation. With that said, the performance is about what you would expect for this price range. For the most part, it's middle of the pack performance. Definitely solid if you're traveling, commuting, or just looking to block out distractions. And pretty much the same thing with the transparency mode. If you spend more money, there is better performance out there, but all things considered, it's not bad. And then there's microphone performance, which to me is another standout feature. The XH1 used a total of 5 microphones with AI-powered noise reduction. Now, whether it's for personal or professional use, you'll probably want to use these for an occasional phone call. So just to give you guys an idea as to how these would sound in a relatively noisy environment, as you can see, we are outdoors. Slight traffic taking place behind me, nothing too crazy. But yeah, this is a direct sample of the microphones. Now, after all that, maybe you're still on the fence. Maybe you're thinking about making the switch to open earbuds. They got you covered there as well. These are the Baseus Inspire XC1. These let you enjoy music while staying fully aware of your surroundings. Perfect for jogging outdoors or even just taking calls while going for a walk through the city. They're one of the few open earbuds with a dual driver setup. So they combine a dynamic woofer for bass and a balanced armature tweeter for mids and highs, giving you a surprisingly full sound for an open design. You throw in Bose tuning, Dolby Spatial audio, and LDAC support, and you've got earbuds that balance awareness with sound quality. And if you're an athlete, the XC1 are IP66 dust and water resistant. They've got that curved adaptive fit that Baseus is known for, with air cushions just to make them that much more comfortable. A total of 40-hour battery life means you can go days in between charges, and with multi-point, customizable controls, a low latency mode, and a total of 4 microphones, they're versatile enough for work calls during the day and workouts in the evening. And last but not least, maybe you're more of an earbud person. They got you covered there as well. These are the Baseus Inspire XP1. They're basically the XH1 in a true wireless form factor. Priced at $129, you still get Bose tuning, Dolby Spatial audio, adaptive ANC, and thanks to the in-ear fit, the ANC on these feels slightly more effective than the XH1. Baseus claims up to 50 decibels of noise reduction. They're great for commuting, taking calls, or online meetings on the go. Battery life is solid, 8 hours per charge with a total of 45 including the case, and fast charging gives you 2.5 hours of use in just 10 minutes. You've got a total of 6 microphones with AI noise reduction, customizable touch controls, multi-point, and a low latency mode. Similar to the XH1, if you compare these to the more expensive QC Ultra, the QC Ultra have the advantage as they should. Like I said, they're much more expensive. But the point is, you get a comparable sound with a very similar profile at a more affordable price point. These have great balance, and you get the same EQ options as the XH1. Long story short, no matter what form factor you prefer, the Baseus Inspire line has you covered. And the fact that they're all tuned by Bose is a pretty nice incentive to check them out. Personally, my favorite out of the lineup is the XH1. I think these sit nicely in that $150 price range. Of course, if you're interested, I'll have the links to all 3 in the description below. If you found this video to be helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. Also consider subscribing for more videos just like this. Aside from that, appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.